Hello, everybody. How's it going? Happy Friday. Welcome to Adobe Live and to today's Adobe Express Masterclass. If we're just meeting, my name is Katrina Torrijos and I am the Adobe Express Evangelist, and I'm also a video creator on YouTube and a streamer on Twitch on the side. And I am so happy to be here with y'all today. How's it going, everyone? Shout out to everyone in chat with us this morning. Let's see, who do we have here? We have Sam. Hi, Sam. Hi, Steve. Hi, Sean. Hi, Paul. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hi, Carol. Hi, Bliss. Hi, Viola. Hi, Cody. Oh my gosh, so many people in chat today. I'm so excited. Oh man. Okay. Hello. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, it's such a party in here today. Well, for today's masterclass, we are going to be creating a resume and cover letter using Adobe Express. So this class is perfect for if you're currently seeking out a new job, or if you're a recent grad applying for your first job. By the way, congrats, class of 2022. Or even if you just need to refresh your resume for when the time comes that when you're searching for your next opportunity. So we only have an hour together today, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are on the home page of Adobe Express, and then we're going to actually create a couple different projects. That's the word I'm looking for. So we're gonna be doing two different styles of resumes. We're gonna do one that's a lot more text heavy, more like very traditional, where it's mostly text, not really any visuals or anything like that. But we're still gonna put our personality into it. And then for the second example, we're going to do a more visual resume. So things like for like a more creative job or a graphic design job or something like that. Something that allows a lot more creativity and to show your design skills. And so we're just going to go ahead and get started. So on the top search bar right here, let's search up resume. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So we have so many different kinds of resume templates pulled up. We have some for business, creative resumes, minimal, photographic, professional, some for school. So there's so many different resumes you can browse through. Hello, everyone. Hi, Chris. Hi, Sabrina. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Suchit. Hi, Clever. Hi, Dam. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we're going to click on this template right here. It's pretty simple, and I feel like it'll just be pretty easy to work with and make it our own. So we're just going to click on it. And then the first thing we are going to do is we're just going to change up the text, and then just play around with the layout here. So all we're going to do is just click on the text block, or actually we're going to click around and make sure that things are ungrouped, because when you open up a template, sometimes things come grouped together. So if you ever want to customize like the entire template, make sure that all the elements on the page are ungrouped, and then you'll be able to move things around and stuff. Okay, so we'll change this to my name. And I'm definitely going to have to resize it because my name is long. There you go. See, it went off the text box. So if that ever happens, all you have to do is just adjust the font. Let's do 60. There you go. And then the whole thing will show up in the text box. And we're just going to resize it by just dragging the corners. Nice. Let me know in chat, like, when was the last time y'all refreshed your resume or did anything with a resume? I'm super curious. Usually, like, I've been told that you should like update your resume at least like maybe like once a year or every time you get a new job or something like that. But when was the last time? Let me know. When was the last time you updated your resume, or how often do you do it? Okay, so we can leave the placeholder text for now. I don't want to bore y'all with a writing and a long about me, because You know, we're not here for that. You know, you don't need to know anything about me. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we have this. Let's adjust the layout. So we're just gonna group select everything. And as you can see, this is an older template because you can kind of see on the lines here. Let me zoom in a little bit. You can see that the lines here are actually a bunch of like line icons grouped together. If you can see like little overlaps. So we're gonna also update that because we now have basic shapes and we can do that a lot easier. Okay, so we're just going to, let's just play with the layout a little bit. And for me personally, I like to have my resume be like straight, like have everything listed straight across. So like everything listed is like read left to right. So we're just going to put the little experience stuff here, and then I'm going to just lay it out like that, and that looks pretty good. Chris said, March, nice. Love your fresh layout. Thank you so much, Kari. My own resume has examples of my cave drawings. I love that, Rob. I love that. So different. I love it when I see resumes that have like little bits and pieces of the applicant's like personalities in it. I think it just makes it so fun. Okay, so overall layout is looking pretty good. Now we are going to, let's get rid of these lines. This is 2022. We don't do this anymore in Adobe Express. So let's just go ahead and get rid of these grouped lines and then replace them with our updated basic shapes. Okay, this one might be tricky because it's in the middle. So we're going to move this one. I'm going to click and drag, get rid of that. Oh, I missed one. Boom. No more grouped lines. Well, I had to convert mine to 3D. Nice. Oh my gosh, I feel like that's the great thing about resumes. Like they can look so different. I feel like there's not really one traditional way to do a resume anymore. Like it really depends on the job you're applying for, the industry, and also you, like your personality and stuff. So I think that like, you know, it's not what's it called? I feel like it'll just put you at an advantage when you factor in all those things and create your resume based on your personality. Because that's what it's all about. This piece of paper is just all about you. Okay, so now we're going to go update the shapes. Going to the Shapes tab on the left here, and we have the line over here. We're just going to go ahead and pop that in. I'm just going to zoom in so y'all can see it better. And then just going to line it up, and we're going to bring down the thickness to as small as we can get it. And look, so much easier. I love it. Okay, and then now we're just going to do the same. And then I have like about a centimeter away from the letter. Just do it there. And then this is exactly like where the snapping lines comes into play. So because Adobe Express doesn't have any rulers or anything, which I think this would be a great place or a great example of when to use rulers, but the snapping lines work just as well to make sure things are aligned and what's it called? Yeah, aligned. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, so layout looks pretty good. Okay, now we're going to adjust the text. Okay. So I guess, oh, also I'm curious, what is your best resume tip in the chat? I will sound off and read everyone's tips, but like I'm sure a lot of us have, you know, like one or two tips that you would share with like someone who's never made a resume before. Like what would be your best tip I do have a couple, like some things like when you're presenting your experience, make sure, the most recent is at the top first, because, when hiring managers or recruiters are reading your resume, they're going from the top down. So you want all the recent stuff and the most relevant stuff at the top. And then, also one thing this resume is missing is contact information. How are they supposed to contact me after I get this interview? How are they going to do it? So have your contact information. And these days, I think email and phone number is pretty good, like will suffice. Some folks put their LinkedIn, which is also cool. But, I think before, sometimes we'd have to put like our address. I don't think you need to do that anymore. They're not coming to your house, because if they need that, they'll contact you about that. But I think email, phone number is great. What else? 3 to 5 bullet points, which is what this template has. It's awesome. And what else? Oh, always export in PDF. We'll get into that later. But that's another thing. I've seen so many resumes that were just saved as like document, with like, like the document file type, or PNG. I made that mistake. Oh my gosh. I did my very first resume as a PNG on accident. And oh my goodness, the ATS scanner freaked out. Okay, so we have this. Oh, okay. Oh, and the font size. We're gonna make it a tad bit smaller. Let's go for like 12, which is still 10. Hello. 12-point font, because I feel like that's like the standard. 12 or 11. You don't want the text to be too small so that you can't read it, because I'm also thinking about like what is this going to look like when I like print it out, so you don't want the text to like, super big, and then like you also don't want it super small that it's hard to read. So we're just going to change everything to 12-point font. Let's see. What is Express normally used for? I haven't used Express before. Chris, so Express, I would say the most common use case is to make social media or like graphics just in general. So things like stuff for social media, a logo, what's it called? Flyers, posters or something, or like, I would say that those would be our most common use cases that folks would use Express for. But there, you can also do some really cool things like make PDFs as well, and make other kinds of documents. Like we have folks making menus, resumes and cover letters on here as well. But it really depends on your needs. Chris said, college students who don't have work experience can replace that section with relevant coursework and write in all the classes relevant to the job. For instance, graphic design classes taken. Yes, Chris, that is a great, great tip. When I was in college and like high school and I didn't have a lot of experience, or I was applying to my first job, it was... I did not know what to put in. Like, do I leave it blank? But that's when I started including coursework and also any extracurricular activities that I did. Really any kind of experience that's relevant, you can put on the resume. Try to avoid gaps in your experience. Yes, Rob. And education timelines. Always most recent on top. If you don't have any work experience, list courses and any pro bono or charity works that you have done. Yes, Rob. Oh my gosh, dropping some knowledge. Okay, let's see. Okay, education. We can change some of the placeholder text. So let's do Adobe Express University. That sounds awesome. BA Marketing. Okay, I did graduate in 2012. Nice. And then for references, I'm actually going to change this to skills, because if you know, for references, if the employer needs a reference, they will ask. Either it'll be like on the application, be like, please provide like some references, like a separate document with references, or even like just listing them. Wait, what is this? 26.7. Okay. And then, you know, I don't think it needs to be on the resume, because if they want it, they will request it. Okay. So we'll just do that for now. And then for the skills, what for me personally, I think that soft skills are very subjective, like things like great communicator, collaborator, I'm good at working in teams. You know, I feel like it's very subjective. And for me personally, for the skills section, or sometimes I'll name it softwares or programs I know, and instead I'll like list out all of the programs that I've experience in, or like, yeah, like I have like extensive, like I know this thing. If you ask me to do the most basic things on this program, it's going in the skills section. So I feel like that's a lot more measurable and more, what's it called? Like you can prove this a lot easier, you know. So we'll put things like live streaming software. Let's do OBS. That's what I'm using to stream today. And also Restream. And then let's do, like, I think social media, because this will be my resume, just a little. Instagram, I know, TikTok, and let's put YouTube as like the big three, just for example purposes. I know a lot more. Creativity tools, so like Adobe Express, of course, which is what we're using now. And Lightroom, Adobe. Do I need to put, yeah, Adobe Lightroom. If it doesn't fit on the line, I think I can just get away with Lightroom. Okay, and then we're gonna set this to 12 so that everything matches. So like something like this, I think is good. Katrina, is there a format painter tool option shortcut available? What do you mean, Anissa? Probably not. Oh, like kind of like taking the format of one thing and then pasting it onto another like block of text. Is that what you mean? Let me know. Okay, and then we need to put our contact information. So we are going to duplicate this, and then we'll just slide it under here for now. And then we're going to add, let's see. Let's do like Katrina at adobeexpress.com. Don't try it. It's not real. And then for number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And then we're just going to put it all on a single line. And there you go. Looks pretty good. I think we can actually move the page a little bit down. Move it down here. And also, if you are following along and you are making a resume, I am not doing this because I think it would be really boring for me to do this on stream, but please make sure that you change all this text like how I did here. This is all placeholder text right now, but just wanted to call that out in case you're following along and be like, why is she not changing any of the text? Let's just pretend. Okay. Cool. So what else we got? Oh, there's another thing that's missing in this template. I don't know. Oh, okay, never mind. So the name of the company is here. At first I was like, when I was first looking at templates, I thought these were the cities or something. But that just shows that like it makes sure that it's what's it called, obvious if something is like the title of the company or like where it was. But yeah, and I think to make this kind of stand out a little bit more, I think it needs like to be bolded or something. So does Railway have a bold option? It does. I feel like we just need to make it stand out a little bit more because all the fonts are kind of the same. Okay, perfect. And then can actually make the text box a little bit longer because the gap in between is kind of awkward. Okay. Copy style, right? Yes. So it does not. I think So you cannot copy styles to different text. You would have to like duplicate the styled text that you want and then type in the new text or something that you need. Okay, this is looking pretty good. And then if you want, I've done this before, but if like this is too plain for your taste, the reason why I like having these little line shapes here is because you can actually like change the color to, you know, give it a little something, you know, like a pop of color. And so I will go for like for me stylistically, for me personally, I would do something a little bit more subtle, a bit more muted, because if they do print it out, you have to consider also like when it prints out in color, what is it going to look like? So sometimes I'll just stick to like maybe grays. I think my last resume, I just made like it gray and black, so it had a little different what's it called? So it had a little bit of like color change difference. But if you're not concerned about that at all, and you know, feel free to go for the full color. But for me, I want to do like a purpley gray. I'm a really safe person when it comes to these things. But yeah, the color of the lines should not affect how it turns up on the ATS scanner. Okay, and then we'll go with that one. Oh, my bad. Okay. Cool. So this one is looking pretty good, and I believe we're finished with this first style. It's more dependent, like it brings the text to the forefront. It's not too distracting. I think the color adds like a nice little touch, and it has all the necessary information, and I think it just looks great. So which means we can just download this. Oh wait, I am practicing this, naming the project before downloading. So we're gonna name the project Katrina Torrijos resume version 1, or V1 for short. And we're gonna do PNG, we're gonna do PDF, not PNG. We're gonna hit start download. I'll give it a second to save, and we'll be good. In Express, does it default to RGB or CMYK? Is it possible to set as an option? Yes, Rob, I believe right now it is just RGB, and it's just by default. So there is no option to change it right now, but that is a great suggestion. I will write that down. Okay, so we have the PDF here, and then we're just gonna get rid of that and then start on our more visual resume. So we're gonna go back into the templates, And this is a whole different style to approach your resume. And for this case, I would submit a more visual resume if it was being turned in person. That way, like, you know, so we have like these resumes that have colored backgrounds and stuff. And, you know, if they're printing it, it might wreak havoc on their printer. um, but yeah, no, I feel like these are great for like if you're turning them in or if they're just viewing it digitally. And they're so fun, like to show off your style. Okay, let's go with this one. Okay, so this one is pretty good. You can see it has like a little space for your headshot. It has the work experience and stuff like on the right side and a different column for like the contact skills and all that stuff. So we're just gonna go ahead and mess around with this. Let's put in our name. And then let's just start filling in the information. Okay. For education, see what Rob mentioned earlier with his tip, you can add in like your relevant coursework. Some people put their GPAs and stuff. So that's another way to present your information. Oh, and they also have extracurriculars here in the template. And then also they have one example of a work experience. And I think that's so great that the template has different, you know, types of information that you can put on your resume, so that it also acts like a guide if you are ever stuck. Chris, is it best to keep it in grayscale or color? I believe it really I feel like it just depends. As long as the text is readable, I think that is the most important part. Like if your resume is just easy to read, they can get the information that they need. At the end of the day, I think color, no matter what color it is, like that shouldn't matter as much. And it's also personal preference. And if the what's it called? If the employer or like wherever you're applying to like states that it has to be a certain way. Can we change the workspace color while working? What do you mean the workspace color? Kind of like on the canvas, or do you mean like the overall like UI? That'd be cool if we had like a dark mode for Express. That'd be fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, getting off topic. Okay, let's go ahead and edit this. Give me 1 second. Okay. Education, we're going to replace it again. Oh, Adobe Express University, August 2012 to when I graduated college, 2016. June. Also, oops, forgot. This kind of changed, so we're gonna add the highlight back in. There you go. I'm gonna click on that. And then, oh, click on it again. Sorry, my computer's laggy today. The UI, yes, dark mode, please, yes. That would be so great. Use beige or gray paper so resume stands out in a stack of papers. I think that's not a bad idea. If you look, this template's actually gray on the outside. You can't tell because this workspace area is pretty gray. But yeah, the paper or like the canvas background is a bit of an off-white. Okay, you can do that. We'll just move some of the stuff upwards. And then, okay, I'm so curious. What is everyone's hot take on adding a headshot to your resume? In your opinion, is it a do or is it a don't? I'm so curious. Everyone is so different. For me personally, it's a don't. I am team don't on resume because, or for headshot on a resume because, I don't know, there's a lot of risk with that. Instead, I would actually put in a logo. So if you do have like your own personal logo, or if you make one in Express, I would use that instead to show your personality, because I mean, it really depends. If you're applying for like a really like high profile job where, you know, you have to be on camera or you're modeling or something, then yes, definitely use a headshot. But if you're applying for like an office job, graphic design job, food service, anything really, I would leave the headshot out, because I feel like it gives the employer an opportunity to, whether if it's intentional or subconscious, to what's it called, to, for lack of better word, judge you based on your opinion appearance, to put bias on you. I think that's what I meant to say, but yeah. But what do you think? Don't. Barbara says don't. As a female weirdo, don't. I'd rather have it on my About Me page if you have a portfolio webpage. Yes, Chris. Don't opens up bias, etc. Okay, so we have lots of don'ts. Love that. I think I also made that mistake too once, putting my resume on, my headshot on my resume. I think I did that one time. And then after like printing it out and stuff, I'm just like, nah, never again. Okay, so skills. We're going to adjust these. Let's change these to softwares and stuff. Like, let's say like Google Suite, Microsoft Suite, or Office, right? Office. Adobe Express, Adobe Rush, Adobe Lightroom. We just add all of the things. And also, if you know all the products, you could just put Adobe Creative Cloud Suite or something like that, just so you don't have to type everything in. Okay, this looks pretty good. Interests. This is an interesting section to add to a resume. What do y'all think about this? I think it's kind of cute, actually. Oops, I moved the whole thing. Move back. But I don't think I'm gonna get rid of it. I think that's also something that would go on a portfolio. Oh, ungroup. Ungroup this. I've seen both. I think either can work. Exactly. If you will be the face of the company, sure. Unfortunately, if the employer will judge on your photo, they will do the same at the interview. Oh my gosh. I feel that, Rob. That is so true. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. My computer is lagging. Maybe if I refresh the browser, it'll be faster, but I just have a lot going on with powering the stream and stuff right now. So let's just give this a quick refresh. Wait, let's let it save first. Auto save. Okay, now we can refresh. So if you ever find that your browser is slowing down, or things aren't as responsive, try giving your browser a little refresh and then it should be better. Love this. And then I think I'm all about kind of clean-ish lines on the edges. So I don't know. And I'm all about like taking up as much space as you can in your resume. So, and just like utilizing the space that you have. Let's see. So let's just make all of these just a bit longer. Okay, that word's not going to fit. yeah, I just feel like it just cuts off the margin on the right side I feel like it's just too big. But again, this is where rulers would be super beneficial. So you know like where, what's it called? The safe zone is and like bleed lines and stuff. That would be awesome, especially if you're editing a document. I feel like that is so important. You're just going to nudge that really quick. I think it looks pretty good. So because this is a more visual resume, we can keep it like this. But if you are turning this in like digitally, or like you're handing this in, or you want to go the extra mile with the colors, feel free to go with the color palettes. I've messed with these a lot. So if you do want that color background, that full bleed, full bleed color background, or, want to switch up the colors, definitely, I think, like, just go for it. Just shuffle it. I think it looks so cool. And even if you just need inspiration, like if you didn't like that purple color I used, oh, it was disgusting, then just mix through all these colors, and you could still go back to, what's it called? The white background and stuff. But this is just a fun way to see what different color combinations are there, and they can really transform the resume. And yeah, and then also there's different themes too. So if you're feeling like a modern theme, retro, neutral, just hit view all, and then you will see like more color palettes that are underneath the theme, which is so fun. I vote for rulers and guides. Yes, I second your vote, Barbara. I second it. Let's get quorum in chat. Rulers and guides. Raise your hands. Okay, let's just find one that we like. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Yeah, I could just flip through these forever. Oh, that one was awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's land on actually, it doesn't even matter what we land on. This is pretty much what it is. And also, if you like, let's say you just like this bar here, you can easily just click on the part that you want to change, and then pull up color, and then the color palette will appear here. So you can just switch to the lighter color if you want, or a different color. I think there's like a yellow here too. The color palette will always be there, so that, if you want to switch around some colors and things, you have the option to do that. I think the white text would be great. Ooh, yes. I love it. So fun. Okay, cool. So now we have a second approach to the resume. We're going to go ahead and say, like, what is this? Katrina Torrijos resume V2. Okay, also remember to, when you're naming your file, I'm not sure if I said this earlier in the stream, I forget, but please use your first and last name in your resume. Please have it say this, because sometimes if you're like me and you forget, sometimes it'll automatically just come out as project in parentheses 1. And we don't want that. We want to know whose resume it is when we're pulling it up, because recruiters, hiring managers, they go through so many resumes all the time. So just make sure you have your name. Don't forget that. Okay, so next after that, we're going to do a cover letter. We'll just do one example of the cover letter for now. So we're just going to do it again. Cover letter template. Oh, so I don't need to put template. What are we talking about? Of course it's going to pull up a template. Okay, so now we have a bunch of letters. So we have some here that have cute stationery. We have literal letters. But if you just cycle through everything, you'll find these letter templates. And let's go with this one. It has the same line that we had in the first resume, so we will go for it. And so this one is pretty easy. So we talked a lot about like resume tips. Does anyone have any cover letter tips? Because they are a whole different beast. And so now we're just going to do what we did earlier. We're going to replace some of the text with our name, and then fix up like the formatting and stuff. Okay, so we have this. Okay. So we're just going to change this with our name. Do Katrina Torrijos. And then this could say like content creator or something. That's fun. Oh, we have our highlight style. Just click on that and that to bold the name. Oops. I messed that up. Hold on. Just gotta click it. Okay. Highlight. Did I do that right? Hopefully I did that right. That looks right. Oh gosh, I forgot the N. I don't know why it's making me select each letter in my first name separately. But did it work? Did not work. Okay, let's get in closer. Highlight. So did the A. The N is not loved. The N is not loved. Just gonna retype it. Or alternatively, we could also just get rid of the highlight style and make the main style. There you go. Just bold all together because this is my cover letter. Okay, cool. We'll leave the placeholder text, pretend it has my information, email. We'll do like Katrina at adobeexpress.com. Again, don't try it. Does not work. Oh, alignment issues. So we gotta move everything back a little bit, make sure things are aligned. Okay. And then now we have this. So we're just gonna change this to like, let's say hiring manager. And then I believe also like here, typically you would put the employer address. So I'll just put placeholder text like employer address. Oops, I spelled address wrong. We go like 1, 2, 3, address, drive. I should totally be hired to do placeholder text. City, state, zip. I think zip goes on new line. I don't know. Zip, something like that. And then after that, also Rob said, if your cover letter is going after a specific job and not general, highlight how your education and experience would benefit the position requirements. Make it hard for them not to see you in the job. Yes, Rob, definitely cast that vision. You are dropping all of the hot tips today. Does anyone else have any more tips? Also, do some research on the company you're applying to and weave your story into theirs. Oh my gosh, Rob, I love that. I love how you worded that. That is amazing. Also, let's just ignore that this talks about what's it called? Restaurant stuff. I used to work in food service, so this is relevant if I was applying to a job in the food service industry. What is today's date? It is June 10th. Is it the 10th? I'm pretty sure it's the 10th. Okay. Cool. So we have the date, we have the employer's address, we have what is this called? The salutation. This is the opening. And then for your cover letter, you want it to be like descriptive and like has all the necessary information, but you don't want it to be too long. So I would say like 1 to 2 paragraphs, and make sure it's like a clear and concise summary of your experience, like also why you want the job and why you'd be the best candidate for the job, like similar to what Rob said, but a lot more eloquently, like how he said, weave your story into theirs. And yeah, that is just an amazing way to put it. Oh my gosh. And then, also, if you do have a logo as well, you can definitely pop that in here. I definitely need to update the logo that I use. I made this one. When did I make this logo? I think this was like the second masterclass I've ever done. I made this. We need to refresh. But for today's example, this is what we're using. I think it works pretty well, but you could put a logo up here just to keep everything branded, because after we finish this cover letter, we're actually going to package everything together using the PDF quick actions. So if you're sending it like directly, like companies ask for you to send in your materials in so many different ways. Like sometimes they'll have you upload each individual document. Sometimes they want it in like maybe like a direct email or something like that, like packaged, like everything together. Or they'll have like a supplemental, I think, like supplemental materials that's optional that you can upload. And that's where a lot of people will put in their cover letters. But yeah, there's so many different ways, but today we're going to use the quick actions on how you can put all these pieces together and send it as one cohesive file. Okay, so for this, it's another pair of group lines. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that. So if you ever run into a template that has a line in it and it's just grouped like mini little, line icons, shapes, just get rid of it and replace it with the basic shape, because it is just so much easier. And then we're going to bring it down to 4. Oh my gosh, so easy. And then we're going to make sure all of these are aligned, so the top of the logo is lined up with the date, just so it just looks super clean. Yeah, like that. Nice. And then, yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we can change the color of this. Oh, it still says Richard Whelan. Yours faithfully. Oh my gosh. Bold of Richard to use faithfully, in my opinion, of course. But oh my gosh. I'm more of a best person. Oh my gosh. Chat. I saw this trend on TikTok, but what is like your closing, I don't even know what this is called. Your what do you usually close your letters, your emails with? And what was like probably the wildest one you've ever seen? I've seen so many of those on TikTok of people like posting the wildest closings they've ever seen, and it's so funny. Alessandra, I love Adobe Express. Oh, thank you. So glad you love it. Hey everyone, oh, this looks nice. Yes. Rob said, I've been at my job for 30 years, but I've hired a few people. Lol, fired some too. That's less fun. Oh, that is less fun. Let's see. Okay. Cool. Oh, you can also have like a little spot for your signature too here. Okay. Anyways, just going to space it out a little bit more. We have a lot of spaces, like a lot of space on the page, which I think for a cover letter, I don't think you need to worry about taking up so much space on like the resume, because the resume just has so much more like information you need to put in, and you want to make sure you're like utilizing the space to your advantage. But I feel like for cover letters, since they're kind of short and quick, I feel like it's fine to like have things a bit more spaced out and not, and like have some negative space. And then for the line, what line did we do? We did like a purple, right? We did a purple. Something like a gray purple, something like that. Let me actually do this. Is that the exact color? I believe it is. Give me 1 second, doing off-screen stuff. I just need the hex color code. There you go. I was close. I was so close. Off by like 2 letters. There you go. So that's the exact purple color we used in the first one. And then we're going to say Katrina Torrijos cover letter. Sweet. And then we're going to download that as a PDF, start download, and then, oh, wait for it to save. And then it's going to go. It said, girl, you are moving too fast. Chill. Signature. Yes, I like fully justified as you have done. Yes, Barbara. I love that. It's so interesting to see how people style their resumes and cover letters because it's so different. Okay, so now we have all 3 pieces. Now we're going to go into the PDF quick actions and put it together. We're going to use combined files today. And then let's go for it. So we have 1, 2, 3, open. Okay, and then now it's uploading. And then we have 1. Oh, did it do it all as 1? Oh, here we go. It's slowly coming in. And then you have all 3. That's so nice. Oh my gosh, I probably should have stuck with the purple on this one just so it's like the same, but you know, you catch my drift there. You can change up the colors, but basically these are super fun to organize. So you have the cover letter in the front, then we can do this resume, or we can also take this one out. Like let's say you like this one, like these 2 look better together. You want to take this one out. You can extract the page, so like take it out. Or you can, like, if you want to add, headshot or media kit, like really anything else that you want, you could add files just by hitting the plus button. You can also rotate the page. So you can just like rotate the orientation if you want. And then just by dragging, you can like reorganize the pages. It's so much fun. And also one important thing to note is they don't all have to be PDF files. You can I forget the file types, but there are so many other file types that you can upload to combine it all into a single PDF. Like you could do a PowerPoint, you can do SVG, all the image files works, documents. So if you save your resume or cover letter in the doc or docx format, you can change it to PDF here and it's great. And then once it's all done, you could just download everything and it's just gonna package it together. And then boom. So it'll say cover letter. Oh, y'all, I spelled. Okay, I was like, did I spell cover letter wrong? Because it's the R is missing here. But anyways, we could just change this to like application. Yeah, application is fine. And we hit save. And then it's fully downloaded to our device. So let's just click on it and open it up and boom. Oh my gosh. It is perfect. You could just see everything up close and it looks pretty spot on from when we made it in Express. I don't see any like pixelation or anything like that. And it looks super good. Oh my gosh. And then there you have it, y'all. We in an hour, oh my goodness, we just created 2 different resumes and a cover letter, and we put them all together in a single PDF, all in Express. So that is pretty much it for today's class. I hope you found inspiration and value from this stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the Adobe Express YouTube channel for more streams and tutorials and feature updates just like this one, and more masterclasses too. Yeah, and also don't forget to join the Adobe Express Insiders Facebook group and Discord to connect with other folks in the community. And it's just a great place to share your work, give feedback, and make friends. And yeah, I am on social if you need me at Katrina Torrijos on everything. If you have any questions or want to connect after the stream, that's the best way to reach me. But other than that, happy Friday. Have a good weekend, y'all. And I will see you in the next stream. All right. Bye, everybody.